Jungkook entered his bedroom, shutting the door behind him with a soft thud. He loosened his tie and sat down heavily on the edge of his bed, running a hand through his dark hair. After a moment, he simply stared at the ceiling, saying, "I messed up everything." He muttered his words low and lack with frustration. How could I let it go to this point? He leaned back, propping himself upon his elbows as he gazed at the ceiling. His mind replayed every word Aera had said earlier. Why in love with me? He sat up straight, running both hands through his hair this time. Why in love with me all this time? I can't believe it. I thought I had lost my chance years ago, and here Ryan were working right in front of me, trying to what? Find the right time, understand me. Jungkook sighed deeply, leaning forward with his elbows on his knees. And what did I do? I acted cold, distant, like some emotionless robot. Ryan, you have no idea how much you mean to me. If I would known, if I would had even the slightest clue, I wouldn't have wasted so much time. I wouldn't have let you feel like this. Tomorrow I will fix this. I will tell you everything I couldn't say before. I will make sure you understand how much I care about you, how much I have always cared. With that thought, he closed his eyes, the image of your smile lingering in his mind as he drifted off into a restless sleep, determined to make the next day count. That night, you lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, the events of the day replaying in your mind like a whirlwind. You shifted, turning onto your side, hugging the pillow tightly as you whispered to yourself, "Did that really happen? He kissed me." Your hands instinctively moved to your lips, the ghost of his kiss still lingering there. He said he loves me from childhood. The disbelief in your voice was evident. You sat up, pulling your knees to your chest and wrapping your arms around them. Jungkook, all this time I thought you hated me. You were always so cold, so distant. I thought I was just another employee to you. But he really meant it, didn't he? All those times I went to Aera's house, he was there, watching, caring, and I never noticed. And me, I have loved him too, since those days. Even now, I look forward to seeing him every day, even if he's cold or strict. That's why I joined his company in the first place, because I wanted to be near him. But why now? Why did he say all this now? Was it because he overheard me today? Or has he been holding it in this whole time? Jungkook, you have loved me all this time, and I have been such an idiot, thinking you didn't care. Tomorrow, tomorrow I will tell you everything. I will tell you how I feel. No more misunderstandings. The next morning, as you were just caught up from sleep, your phone burst on the nightstand. You picked it up and saw Aera's name flashing on the screen. Smiling, you answered, "Good morning, Aera." "Good morning, Ryan. I hope I didn't wake you up." "No, not at all. You said brushing your hair in the mirror. What's up?" "I just wanted to remind you about the dinner tonight. You are coming, right?" "Yeah, I'm coming. Wouldn't miss it." "Good. I have already planned everything. It's going to be a great evening. And well, I have a feeling my brother is looking forward to it too." You roll your eyes, though a small smile tugged at your lips. "Don't start, Era." "What?" "I'm just saying," she said, laughing. "And don't be late. I'll text you the address later." "Got it. Thanks for inviting me, Era." "Of course, you're my best friend. And don't worry about Jungkook. He can be a bit intense, but you will be fine." You let out a nervous chuckle. "I will see you tonight then," you said, trying to keep your voice steady. "See you. Bye, Ryan." "Bye," you said, ending the call. "Ryan," Aera exclaimed, rushing to greet you. She threw her arms around you, pulling you into a warm hug. "I'm so glad you came." You hugged her back, smiling. "I wouldn't miss it. You look amazing, by the way." Aera stepped back to admire your outfit. "Look at you. I know you would be so perfect. You two looking so amazing." You laughed nervously, glancing over at Jungkook, who was now standing. His smirk was evident as he greeted you, his voice deep and teasing. "Good evening, Ryan." Good evening, sir," you stammered, unable to meet his eyes directly. He raised an eyebrow. "Sir, this isn't the office. You can call me Jungkook." Your cheeks flushed and you nodded quickly. "Ah, right. Good evening, Jungkook. See, I told you yesterday that you would see a different Jungkook outside the office. He's not all doom and gloom, is he?" You chuckled awkwardly, glancing at him. "Well, this is definitely different." "So, Ryan, how has life been treating you? Tell me everything." "It's been good, Era. Work keeps me busy, as you know. But what about you? How is life in abroad?" "Oh, it's been amazing. The food, the culture, the people. I have learned so much. But honestly, I missed home and you, of course." You laughed softly. "I missed you too." Jungkook, who had been quietly observing the exchange, finally spoke. Era's story about her travels never seemed to end. Era shot him a playful glare. "Excuse me, Jungkook, but not everyone is as stoic as you. Some of us like sharing details." "I didn't say it was a bad thing," Jungkook replied smoothly, taking a sip of his drink. You stifled a laugh watching the siblings fight. "So, Ryan, have you found anyone special these days?" You know, like someone who makes your heart race. Her question caught you off guard and you nearly choked on your water. Quickly recovering, you shook your head with an awkward laugh. Oh no, not at the moment. Work has been my main focus. Such a shame, Ryan. You are so amazing. You deserve someone who truly sees and treats you like a queen. You felt a warm flush creep up your cheeks at her words, slightly glancing at Jungkook. Thanks, Sarah, but honestly, I have just been too busy to think about all that. Jungkook, who had been quietly observing the conversation, finally spoke, his deep voice cutting through the moment. Or maybe she is just waiting for the right person. Aera raised an eyebrow at her brother, a sly smile spreading across her face. Oh, and what do you think makes someone the right person, Jungkook? Someone who understands her, supports her, and knows how to appreciate everything she brings to the table. Wow, Jungkook, that's surprisingly thoughtful of you. Are you secretly a romantic? Jungkook smirked faintly, swirling his drink in his hand. I just think people should recognize what's in front of them before it's too late. You shifted uncomfortably in your seat, feeling the weight of his words. Aera leaned closer to you with a knowing look. What about you, Wine? Do you think you have already met the right person, but maybe didn't realize it? Your heart raced at the question and you fumbled for a response. I don't know. I mean, maybe. It's hard to say. Era laughed lightly, patting your hand. You're so adorable when you're flustered. But seriously, Ryan, if you ever find someone who fits Jungkook's definition of the right person, don't let them go, okay? You nodded, managing a small smile. I will keep that in mind. Oh no, Ryan, you alright? You tried to wave her off, but the hiccups wouldn't let you answer properly. Before you could figure out what to do, Jungkook, who had been quietly observing, immediately reached for the glass of water in front of him. Here, he said, his tone unusual, gentle as he slid the glass towards you. Drink slowly, it will help. Ryan, Jungkook said again, his voice low but insistent. Drink. You quickly grabbed the glass and took a few sips, your hiccups gradually subsiding. Better now? You nodded, still caught off guard by his demeanor. Yeah, thank you, sir. Jungkook frowned slightly at your formality. I told you, don't call me sir outside of the office. Before you could respond, Aera chimed in, a mischievous grin lightening up her face. Wow, Jungkook, who knew you could be so caring? I think this is the first time I have ever seen you like this. Jungkook rolled his eyes but didn't deny it. Ryan, are you blushing? You totally are. Look at you two. If I didn't know any better, I would think you were on a date. Jungkook cleared his throat, his ears tinged slightly pink, though his expression remained calm. Aera, stop teasing. Oh, come on, she laughed. This is the most fun I have had in years. You two are adorable. Ryan, I just remembered I have an important call to make. I will step outside for a bit and be back soon, okay? Oh, sure, take your time. Era winked at Jungkook before leaving you and him alone at the table. The air immediately grew tense as the silence settled between you two. So, Ryan, you know I have been thinking about something. About what? Why didn't you tell me that you loved me too? Your breath hitched and you froze. Shocked. Your eyes widened as you processed his words. What? How did you know? I know Ryan. Era told me. She told me everything. You blinked in surprise, your mind racing. Era, she told you? Yeah, she told me how you have always felt about me. How you have loved me since we were kids. How you came to work for me because you wanted to know me better. But then you saw me cold and distant and thought I didn't care. As the years passed, I kept those feelings locked inside. I watched you grow, and you became someone so different from the boy I used to know. You were cold, distant, and I didn't know how to approach you anymore. Jungkook opened his mouth to speak, but you quickly raised your hand to stop him. Please, let me finish, you said, meeting his gaze firmly. I thought maybe I was just imagining things, that I wasn't meant to be with you. And when I joined the company, I thought maybe I could finally get to know you. See if those feelings were real or just memories of the past that no longer mattered. But when I saw how cold and detached you were, I thought I had made a mistake. I thought you would never see me the same way, so I kept it all to myself. I buried it again, hoping one day I could move on. But even after all this time, I never stopped loving you, Jungkook. I never could. I had to let you know I love you, Jungkook. I always have. And it's been so hard watching you from a distance, not knowing if you felt the same. I have always loved you too, Ryan, and I was too afraid to get hurt if you didn't. But now that you have told me, now that you have said everything, I know I have made a mistake by standing away for so long. I don't want to waste any more time. I don't want to live with regrets anymore. I want to be with you, Ryan. I want to make this right. I want to make us work. I want that too, Jungkook. I want to be with you. I have waited so long for this. Suddenly, the sound of footsteps interrupted the moment. Aera returned, her expression curious at first, and then she saw you and Jungkook sitting so close together. Her eyes widened for a moment and she glanced between you and Jungkook. Her eyes sparkled with happiness as she extended her arms to both of you. I'm so happy for you both. I have never seen you two so well, so together like this. I'm just so glad everything worked out. You couldn't help but laugh softly. Thank you, Era. It feels surreal, but it's happening finally. Era wrapped her arms around both of you in a tight hug, her enthusiasm infectious. Then she pulled back. You two are perfect for each other. I'm so glad you finally realized it. Jungkook chuckled softly, his gaze softening as he looked at Era. Yeah, well, it took me long enough, didn't it? Era smiled, shaking her head in mock disbelief. Better late than never, right?